Hello and welcome to Perl Tutorials. This is Inder P. Singh. As I mentioned in my first Perl scripting tutorial, Perl is good for text processing or string processing. In this Perl scripting tutorial, let us learn Perl with Perl split and other string functions in Perl. Here I am using Notepad++ as the Perl editor. I've saved this Perl script example as a PL script because the file extension is .pl. Starting with Perl basics, use strict. Perl use strict statement finds an error in the code and stops running the Perl code if there is an error. Use warnings. Perl use warnings gives a warning in case of any issue with the Perl code. So these are the two statements that we should put in every Perl script. Use feature QW say. Now say is like Perl print but appends a new line character automatically. So we don't need to type \n at the end of every Perl print statement. As you may know, Perl my is used to declare a variable in Perl. So let me create a variable. My $channel is equal to software and testing training. Here channel is the name of the Perl variable. Now let us learn string functions in Perl. First is how to Perl print variable in lowercase. String function is lc. You can use the say statement. Say the channel in lowercase is lc and give the variable. So what it's going to do is convert software and testing training to lowercase. Similar to LC, we have UC, so Perl uppercase or Perl UC string function. We can use the say statement. Say the channel in uppercase is UC, give the variable name as channel. Now let me run this Perl script, save it. The command to run the Perl script is Perl followed by the name of the PL script. Now here it says the channel in lowercase is software and testing training. It's all in lowercase, and the channel in uppercase is software and testing training, all in uppercase. Here I have declared another variable. My $name is equal to Inder. Now this equal to is called the string assignment. We can find out the length of a string in Perl. Say the length of name is length and give the name of the variable as $name. There are other string operations also. Perl expression of string multiplication. Now we can repeat a string multiple times. So we can write something like repeat the name 3 times. Say the repeated name is $name times 3. Note that the dot operator is a string operator for concatenation. So what it's going to do is print the repeated name is followed by the value in the name variable 3 times. Let me save it and run it. Now here it says the length of name is 5 and the repeated name, it has repeated it 1, 2 and 3 times. Next, I've created another variable text and it contains A, B, C, D, E, F. Now there is an index string function which can find a substring within another string. So here it's going to find the string BC inside the value of the text variable. So we can write say the string BC occurs in text at and give the index. It's going to give the location where BC is found in this value. It is also possible that the substring is missing from the string. In that case, the index string function returns -1. So for example, we can write say the string X occurs in text at and X is not present in the text value. So this should return -1. Now let me run it. So here it says the string BC occurs in text at 1. Why? Because the indexes start with 0. So B is at the 1 position. And the string X occurs in text at -1 because it was unable to found X within ABCDEF. Now an array variable in Perl can store a list of values. So here the name of the variable is letters, and before an array we have to put the @ sign. Now here I am using a range. So letters is equal to A .. E means all the characters from A to E, and an array is declared using parentheses. Now Perl print array, so we can use a say statement, say at letters, and give the indexes within square brackets 0 .. 4. Now what it's going to do is basically start from the index 0 to index 4. Let me save it and run it. So here it is printing the array A, B, C, D, E. It is a join string function in Perl. What it does is it returns a joined string with a separator. So we can write, say the joined letters are, and join, we have to give the first argument as a separator, which is colon, and then give the array. So what it's going to do is take each element of the array and join the elements using a colon. There is also a reverse string function. Reverse string function returns a string with the characters in reverse order. We can write, say the reverse of letters is, and give the reverse function and give the array name as the argument. Now let me save it and run it. So the join has taken each element of the array and used the colon as a separator, and it has reversed it also. The reverse of letters is EDCBA. The split function is an important string function in Perl. Based on a pattern, the split function in Perl returns a list of strings. Now here the pattern is given within 2 forward slashes, and the pattern is a single space. And what I am trying to do is take the value in the channel variable, which is software and testing training, and split that string. So it should say the words in the channel are, and split it according to the space. Let me save it and run it. So here it has printed the words in the channel are, and you can see that it has split it according to the space. So now because it is printing it all together, there are no spaces here. Now let us see the split command in Perl with another Perl example. Now here we are going to use split along with join. So first it is a split, the same channel variable which has the value software and testing training, and that is going to be split by space. And once it is split, we can join it with a separator. So this whole thing becomes a string, an argument for join, and the separator in join is comma. Now let me save it and run it. Now here we can see that split has taken each word software and testing training, and what join has done is it has separated the words with comma. These are only a few string functions in Perl. Actually, Perl scripting language has many functions for string processing, like processing HTML and XML. If you found this Perl tutorial for beginners useful, please view my other Perl tutorials on Perl if statement and Perl for loop also. Thank you.